Yo, so how's it going guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So last week I put together a video showing you guys the top 4 best ways to make money in GTA 5 online, and going off the feedback, a bunch of you guys really seemed to enjoy that video, as there was at least one method all of you guys could grind out and make a ton of money in no time. However, truth be told, some of the methods in that video have changed or they've been updated, so I thought I'd go ahead and put together somewhat of an updated version to that video, seeing as so many of you guys did enjoy it. So as always, if you guys do enjoy this video or it does help you guys out in any way, shape or form, and you would like to see me cover more money guides in the future, all I ask is you take 2 seconds to drop a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so coming in for the very first money making method, and that's by beating this week's brand new time trial. It is known as LSIA 2, and I'm not gonna lie boys, this is probably the easiest time trial in history. Just to prove to you guys how easy it is, as you guys can see by this gameplay right now, I'm able to park in front of the finish line way ahead of the par time, basically showing you guys that it can be done in any vehicle. So as you guys can see, the first thing you guys actually want to do is make your way over to the time trial. As soon as you guys start the time trial, you want to set a waypoint to the finish line. As soon as you guys have a waypoint, go ahead and restart the time trial. Now as soon as you guys have restarted the time trial, you should notice it's going to tell you guys to turn left. You want to avoid that and take the route that I take here. So take a straight right, cut through this little car park area and go towards the ramp to lead straight onto the motorway. Now you shouldn't really need me to explain any more from here. As you guys can see on screen, just try and follow the waypoint as much as you can. If you guys are using a motorbike like myself, a good tip that you guys need to take note of is to always lean forward or pull your motorbike back. You can do this by simply just pressing A on the Xbox or X on the PlayStation, or simply pushing your left analog stick forward or backwards to pull a wheelie, because by doing so it's actually going to increase the speed majorly, just giving you guys a massive advantage. However, like I said, because we're actually taking that shortcut right at the start of the time trial when we're going right through the car park, it doesn't matter really what vehicle you're using, as long as it's got decent speed, all of you guys should be able to do this straight away. I've seen it getting beaten in street vehicles by some people, so if you guys have got any supercars fully upgraded, go ahead and use this. However, I would always suggest to use a motorbike for the time trials, because as you guys can see by the gameplay, it'll just make it easier to avoid traffic and swerve in between cars. However, as you guys can see, all you want to do is simply follow the waypoint all the way up to the mountain. As soon as you guys approach the end, just do as I do and take a right through the grass so you guys can cut directly onto the time trial, and that is another shortcut which is going to knock off a ton of time from the time trial, just making this a walk in the park. However, moving into the second best money making method, and that is by making the most out of the transform races. You guys will be able to earn tons of money very quickly, depending on what suits you guys best. So in some cases you might be better off racing against 10 people, but for some players, some of you can make much more money by just racing against one other player. So what I'll quickly do is break down how the payouts do work in transform races, as well as including a few tips and tricks that could give you guys a massive advantage, which as you guys can see on screen right now, for 6 minutes of racing I'm able to earn over $53,000, which is extremely good. Now a massive tip I am going to give you guys is, before I break down how the payouts do work and how you guys can earn the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, is to definitely go ahead and chance your luck in bigger lobbies. Because these races only came out this week, a ton of players ain't going to have any idea how the tracks do work out, so obviously that's only going to play into your favor and give you guys a much bigger advantage. I'm aware that some of you guys may prefer not to race against randoms and are just looking to use this for a purely money making method, so now I'll quickly break down how the payouts actually do work out. Okay, so as I did mention, firstly I'm going to cover how you guys can grind this method if you guys do want to play solo, and like I did mention later in the video, I will compare it if you guys have got some friends with you, showing the difference in payout that you guys will actually make. Like I said, there can be a lot of benefits to doing this solo, because you're always going to be getting the same consistent payout. It's not going to drop and there's no risks of you like finishing third, fourth or last. Plus you could consider it as an AFK method, so it's like stress free, very easy. Now if you guys are going to do this solo route to grind this method, what you actually want to do is be in a free roam session. You want to press start, go down to playlists, and you want to add as many of these races that you want to do when you're grinding this method out. So this is completely up to you depending on how long you guys are actually going to spend on the game. Me, I was doing it for roughly just under an hour, so what I've done is I added 6 races, as they're pretty fun races to do. I'm not going to lie, it's not going to feel like you guys are grinding this for money, because time really does fly by when you're doing these races. So like I said, just add as many of these races as you want. I would say do a minimum of 3, just so you guys can get that playlist bonus right at the end when you finish the playlist. But other than that, like I said, you can do 10 in this playlist, you can do 6, just depending on how much money you guys want to make, as the payout is not going to drop whatsoever, so it is unlimited. Now once you guys have chosen the races you like the look of, go ahead and save this playlist. Now another tip I'm going to give you guys is maybe choose a bunch of the new races that haven't got a tick next to them, because if they've got a tick next to them, that means you guys have played the races before. So by playing a race that you haven't played before, you'll be able to learn the circuit in case you guys come across it again when you're racing your friends, giving you guys a little bit of advantage. Nonetheless, once you guys start the playlist up, the first and most important part you guys want to remember is to never finish these races under 4 minutes. That is the most important benchmark to do with these races and how the payouts work. So as you guys can see on screen, I managed to finish this Rocket Voltic race in just under 4 minutes, and I only received a measly 5k, which is not good at all. However, if you guys pay attention to the clock in the bottom right, I mean literally just sitting in this mission for an extra 18 seconds so it passes the 4-minute mark, my money will literally double, taking it well over 10k for only 4 minutes work, which is extremely good. Now an important point to remember is each lap on these new stunt races is literally around 3.5 minutes, so a lot of the times you guys will finish these races just under the 4-minute mark. So you actually want to pay attention to the clock in the bottom right, as I think we can all agree being able to double your money by only spending an extra 10-15 seconds in a mission is insane. And you guys will be able to increase that more by spending a further 2 minutes in a race. So by finishing the race in just over 6 minutes, your payout will increase by 10k to just under 14k, so about 13.5k, and a very nice 3600 RP. However, to earn the max payout from doing this solo method, you guys will have to spend a further 1.5 minutes in the race, so it passes the 8-minute mark, and that will increase yet again to just under $17,000. However, the RP will remain the same, around 3600, and that is 100% the new cap on all of these races. I know a lot of people have been putting out false information saying spend up to 16 minutes in races to earn the max payout. That is no longer the case. These people do not spend their time testing out these methods for you guys like I do. So as you guys can see on screen, 16 minutes passes in the race and I still receive the same $16,000. The only other way to increase this is with players in your mission. 8 minutes is the time cap to earn the max payout for all of these races. That is another important thing. All of these races work the same. The only determining factors are the players and the time spent in the mission. So now you guys know that 8 minutes is the time cap. You guys saw that you earned about $17,000 for spending 8 minutes in the mission. However, if you guys can remember, by spending only 4 minutes in the race, we managed to get a very nice $10,000. So if I was to do this race 5 times in 4 minutes, I would get $50,000, which would only take me about 20 minutes because I'm only spending 4 minutes on each lap. Whereas if I was to wait the full 8 minutes every time, I'd be earning around 41k, so I'm making $10,000 less every couple races if I was to do the more longer method. So you guys, like I said, can work out what suits you guys best, whether you just want to keep on repeating every 4 minutes to earn the higher payouts, or like I said, sit AFK. Maybe if you guys just want to watch some of my YouTube videos or go for your dinner, you'll be able to play this game based around you. Now, as I did mention, there is another multiplier or another factor that Rockstar do take into account when calculating your payout, and that is basically the amount of players that are in your race at any given time. Now, I am aware that we all play GTA 5 different, we all have different amount of friends we can get online, and we all even have a different skill ability when it comes to racing. Some of you guys might be 10 out of 10 beast, but you don't have that many friends. Some of you guys might play with a ton of players, but you're not that good at racing. But I do know one thing is that we all have at least one other friend, cousin, or brother that we can all play GTA 5 with. I guarantee all of you guys at least know one other person that you've played computer with over the years that is usually your go-to person when it comes to either grinding money or just having a bit of jokes online. So taking that into account, as I mentioned earlier, you guys will be earning 10k by doing this solo for just 4 minutes, but by getting one other person in your race, you guys will be earning an extra $4,000 every single time for literally just doing nothing, exactly just over 4 minutes. But by having one other person in your race, you're able to earn an extra extra 4k every single race. And your friend, you might be thinking, oh well, he's only going to get 2k, there's no point of him doing it. No, he will still be earning a very nice $9,800, so practically the same as if you was doing it solo, just slightly less, because you guys earn 10k, he's going to be earning 9.5. But for only 4 minutes of racing, I think we can all agree that is extremely high. So I can see why a lot of people might want to do, you win one race and then you let your friend win one race and then you win one race, because by doing it that way you'll actually be earning, like I said, more than by doing it by yourself solo, because you're also going to be getting that player bonus. And because the loser still gets 9k, which is only a couple $100 less for coming first solo, you guys really have nothing to lose out by getting an extra friend in here. And the time bonus will also include if you guys are doing it with a friend, so you will be able to earn up to $18,000 for going just over 6 minutes, and your friend will also earn a very nice 12.5. And of course, if you guys go to the max cap time of 8 minutes spent in the race, one of you guys will be earning a very nice 22.5k, while the other one is still going to be getting a very nice $15,500. So let's say you won one, then your friend won one. We're talking a guaranteed just under 30k for completing just 2 races, which in all honesty, if you guys have played these stunt races, like I said, will not even feel like half the time, because they're so goddamn fun and unique. I've got to say, me personally, as you guys probably know, I'm not the biggest racing fan in GTA 5 Online, but I can still appreciate this goddamn DLC for the pure fun and unique factor to it. So now you guys are fully clued up on how to maximize the payouts depending on the time spent in the game or the number of players. It is worth mentioning, of course, you guys can take another route and chance your luck by going into a bigger lobby with much more players. Of course, naturally, it's not really a method by doing it this way, hence the reason why I broke the method down earlier. But this way, obviously, is going to offer you guys bigger rewards with bigger risks. So now you guys understand how to maximize the payout. These payouts should make much more sense to you guys. So as you guys can see here, with just 6 players, the winner was able to earn a very nice $28,000 for spending just over 6 minutes in the game. Here you can see 6 players for going under 4 minutes was only $10,000. However, with 16 players, so a full lobby, you guys will only be earning up to 26k if the race finishes under 4 minutes. And like I did say, every single player will count towards that winner's final pay. So as you guys can see here, 16 players, if one player was to back out during the loader menu or before it starts, the winner's bonus is going to decrease yet again down to 24k. So as you guys can see here, 15 players under 4 minutes is the usual lap time you guys will see when doing these races. The winner only got 24k. So when you guys see these payouts, take into mind what I showed you guys earlier. I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to use your brain to stack some serious money, best suited to how you guys play the game. However, moving on to the third and final best money making method, and that is by grinding out the triple money and triple RP that Rockstar Games are currently offering on the Hunting Pack Remix Adversary Mode. Not only is this a very fun game mode to play, but it can also earn you guys a ton of money and RP at the same time. So for all of you guys that are looking to rank up and earn some money at the same time, this is the perfect thing for all of you guys to be grinding out. Now you shouldn't really need me to explain how to play this game mode. It has been about for quite a while, but you basically just have the attackers and the defenders. As you guys can see on screen, the defender's job is just basically to protect this van from making it from point A to point B, and the attacker's job is to simply stop the van, bring it to a full stop, and it'll make it explode in a set time, making the defenders win the round. So it's very easy to understand and very easy to play. Now the biggest tip I will give you guys when playing this game mode, as the attackers, when you guys are in like a supercar, so like myself, you want to get right behind the van so you guys can basically boost the van to increase its speed. If you guys are able to do this right from the start of the round, you'll be able to get a massive boost and head start from the defenders. So I would suggest playing this game mode with friends or crew members. If you guys are looking for a crew to join, maybe you guys don't have that many friends that do play GTA 5 online, do be sure to go ahead and join my brand new crew. I will leave a link to it down low in the description. However, the average money that you guys will earn from playing this per round for winning is around 8,500. However, that will increase and boost up by you guys winning rounds back to back, so you get a winner's round bonus. So like I said, I definitely would try and team up with some other players who know what they're doing when playing this game mode, as playing with randoms really can hold you back sometimes. As you guys can see, for example, in this case, the other player who was on my team in the van didn't know about the trick of me driving behind him to boost him, so he kept on trying to avoid me and swerving out the way, to the point where he actually slowed himself down and flopped the whole round. Whereas if I had someone on my team who knew what they was doing, they would have known that I was trying to boost them, therefore making the round much more easier to win. So like I said, do be sure to leave a comment down below, find some other players to grind out this method with, as it will make the difference to your final payout. And as you guys can see by this final payout, by winning this game, I was able to earn a very nice $40,000, and it didn't even take 10 minutes or so. So it's a very fun game mode to earn a ton of money and RP at the same time. I also got just under 3,000 RP, which is very nice for, like I said, just around 7 minutes of work. So definitely go ahead, give it a go with some friends, leave a comment down below, find some other players, leave your PSN or your Xbox gamer tag. I've got tons of players in my community, always up for grinding money and helping each other out. However, that is going to do it for me, guys, the top 3 best ways to make money in GTA 5 Online as of right now. As always, if you guys are still watching to this point, then you probably have enjoyed the video, so all I ask is you return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace!